Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we will be talking about the very basic things you need to know before you put your hard-earned money into any investment. So without further ado, let's get started. The idea of investing is not a hot topic which is discussed everywhere. Most of the people do not know anything about investing. They do their usual jobs from 9 to 5 for a paycheck, and once they receive the paycheck they mostly spend it on things they do not really need. And at the end of the day, they have very little or no amount of money in their account and have to wait for another paycheck. But there are people who are very keen about their financial situation. They want to quit the 9 to 5 job and find a way to live a life free of financial stress and a life where they don't have to work daily to survive financially. If you are from this group of people, then you need to know how to get started and how to start investing and making multiple sources of income so you don't have to only rely on the income from your primary job. Stop working for money and let your money work for you. The points I'm going to share with you today will only help you know some basic steps before you start investing. Please keep in mind that this video is only for information and entertainment purposes. Do your own research or seek professional advice before making any financial decision. There is a disclaimer in the description below. Step number 1. Before you invest, you have to know the importance of financial literacy and personal finance. It is very important for every individual to have some basic knowledge about personal finance and know the basic rules of money before making any investment. Personal financial skills are important because without them, people usually spend their entire lives slaving for money, always in debt and never able to get ahead. And when children watch their parents slaving for money, they mostly repeat the same thing when they get young. You have to build your personal financial skills first. By far, the best investment is to invest in yourself. If you are a complete beginner, I highly recommend you to stay away from any type of investment, including stocks, until you do not have a clear picture about financial education. Because anything can happen in the stock market and you can burn yourself so hard. To enhance your financial education, I suggest you to read personal finance books or watch videos about investing. There are some personal finance books that I have personally read, and I do recommend you to read them. I'll put the links in the description below. Make sure you check them out. Step number 2. Before you invest, get debt under control. Owing money can be very stressful, but you can take simple steps to avoid it. The first step is to get a clear picture of what you owe. Make a list of all your debts, then add up all debts to see how much you owe in total. It may be confronting, but remind yourself that you're taking charge of your money, and that is a good thing. Work out how much you can afford to pay towards your debts. List all the money you have coming in each month and all the money going out. Combine this all, then compare money in and money out. If you have more money going out than coming in, it is time to make some choices. Think about what are your needs, things you can't live without, like the basic essentials, which include your groceries and food. And think about what are your wants, things you can live without, like an extra pair of shoes. Identify some expenses from your wants and try to cut or reduce them. Step number 3. Before you invest, save for an emergency fund. An emergency fund is the money you set aside to cover urgent or unexpected costs. Bad things can happen anytime in life, and an emergency fund provides financial safety so you don't have to borrow money if something bad happens to you or your family. There is no limit as to how much your emergency fund should be. Even if you can only save a little, make a start and keep saving. The more you can regularly save, the better. Step number 4. Develop an investing plan. Whether you're investing in real estate, stock market, forex, or any other asset, you have to develop a plan. Planning is the key to successful investing. Creating a plan will help you find investments that fit your investing time frame and risk tolerance. Some basic planning ideas are: number 1. Review your financial situation. Write down what you owe and what you own. Writing down what you own and what you owe will help you see what savings you can invest. Then write down your income and expenses, what money is coming in and going out. This will help you see how much you can put towards investing regularly. Number 2. Set your financial goals. Write down your financial goals. For each goal, include how much you will need and how long you have to reach it. Then divide your goals in short-term, mid-term, and long-term. Setting and defining your financial goals will help you pick the right investment to reach each goal. Number 3. Understand investment risks. Investment risk is the likelihood that you will lose some or all the money you have invested. All assets carry investment risks. Some are riskier than others. Don't let risks hold you back. Learn how to manage risks. As a general rule of thumb, the higher the expected return on an investment, the higher the risk of the investment. The lower the expected return, the lower the risk. Number 4, know your risk tolerance. Your risk tolerance depends on your ability to cope with falls in the value of your investment. Just ask yourself, how would I feel if I woke up tomorrow morning and found the value of my investments have dropped 20%? If this drop would cause you to worry and withdraw your money, higher risk investments are not for you. Each investor's risk tolerance is different. It is important to know your risk tolerance and find investments that are aligned to it. Number 5, build your portfolio. The way you structure your portfolio will depend on your financial goals, investing time frame, and risk tolerance. For short-term goals, lower risk investments are better, such as government bonds, term deposit, or cash. For long-term goals, investments with higher returns such as shares and property can be better, because you're investing for a long run and you will have a better return in the long time. It is important to make sure you diversify your portfolio across different asset classes and within each asset class. This protects you against losing too much if the value of one investment falls. Number 6, monitor your investments. Once you have started investing, it is time for keeping an eye on how your investment is performing. It is important to review your investments regularly to make sure they are performing as expected, and check whether you are on track to reach your financial goals. These were some of the fundamentals you have to be aware of before you put your hard-earned money in any asset. Remember to only invest the savings you will not need in the near future, because your investments need time to grow, and if you withdraw your money so quick, you may make some loss. This is all for today's video. I hope you have found the content useful. If you enjoy the content, make sure to give this video a big like and subscribe the channel. It really helps me reach a wider audience and really helps out the channel.